Good morning, students. I welcome you all on this online teaching platform of Divine Public School, Gorakhpur. Dear students, today I am going to teach you chapter 2. The name of the chapter is The Tiger King. Dear student, as the chapter is too long, for this reason I have divided the chapter in two parts. So right now I am going to explain you the part 1, or you can say the video 1 of class 12 subject English, and the chapter 2, The Tiger King, is from your supplementary reader book named Vistas. So dear students, first of all let me tell you what is the meaning of Vistas. Vistas means a beautiful view or a distant view through, as you can see in the picture beside. About the author. Now let's study about the work of the author who has written this chapter. Chapter number 2, The Tiger King. Ramaswamy Iyer Krishnamurthy was a Tamil writer, journalist, poet, critic, and Indian independence activist. He penned 120 short stories, 10 novelties, 5 novels, 3 historical romances, editorial and political writings, and hundreds of film and music reviews. Ramaswamy Iyer Krishnamurthy was born on 9 September 1899 and he died on 5th December 1954. His pen name is Kalki. That means chapter number 2 of your supplementary reader name The Tiger King. This chapter is written by Kalki. The real name Ramaswamy Iyer Krishnamurthy. Introduction. Let's have some idea about the chapter, what the chapter is all about, what is the content of the story, what is the gist of the story. The story revolves around a king whose death at the hands of a tiger had been foretold by astrologers when he was born. Astrologers here means the person who foretells the future of the public. That means the astrologers has foretold about the death of the tiger king at the time when he was born. So the Tiger King tries to reverse the fate spelled out for him, and the author uses thinly veiled satire to walk the reader through the king's attempts, which later proves futile in a manner that makes the readers laugh. That means, through in the story, the Tiger King tries to reverse, that means he tries to prove the astrologers wrong of their predictions. That means what they have predicted, he wanted to prove them wrong about his death by a tiger. So in the story, there are many places which are very humorous, which makes the readers laugh. The story The Tiger King is a satire on the pride and stubbornness of those in power. The writer through the story takes us to the days of the kings who were autocratic and eccentric. That means through this story, The Tiger King, the writer takes the reader to the days of the kings when the kings were autocratic and eccentric. Let me tell you the meaning of autocratic. Autocratic is a word which describes a way, a ruling, but not in a nice way. Or you can say someone with the behavior of dictator. And the eccentric word means an unconventional odd person. That means the poet through this story takes us to the days of the kings when the kings were like a dictator and odd person. At that time, the rulers were not interested in serving the people. Instead, they spent their time in foolish pursuits. They flouted all laws and bent them to suit their selfish interest. The Maharaja of Pratibandpuram tried to belie, that means tried to prove them wrong, the astrologers, what was written in his fate. Through this satirical story, the author has rightly portrayed how human beings have subjected innocent animals to untold torture and death, merely to fulfill their own whims and fancies. Now, let's discuss the main character of the story. First comes the Tiger King. The Tiger King, who is the hero of the story, the main character of the story, he is the Maharaja of Pratibandpuram, also known as His Highness Jamedar General Khiledar Major Satyagraha Samari Maharaja Vishubhuna Samrat Sar Jilani Jang Bahadur MAD ACTC and CRCK. That means people have given many names to this Tiger King because of his greatness. Second comes the crown prince, a 10-day-old baby who later became the Maharaja of Pratibandpuram. Chief astrologer, a royal foreteller of the state. Durai, chief leader in Tamil language. Then comes a British high ranking officer. Then Diwan, a chief administrative officer of the Maharaja. At last, Durai Sani, the wife of high British, that means the high ranking British officer who is a greedy lady. Coming to the chapter 2, The Tiger King by Kalki. The Maharaja of Pratibandpuram is the hero of the story. He also came to be known as Tiger King. Now, dear students, let me explain you the first two lines. The Maharaja of Pratibandpuram is the hero of the story. He may be identified as His Highness Jamedar General, Khiledar Major, Satyavyagra Samahari, Maharaja Dhiraj Vishwabhuna Samrat, Sir Jilani Jangjang Bahadur, MAD, ACTC or CRCK. But this name is often shortened to the Tiger King. He also, that means later on, he also came to be known as Tiger King. Now, in the first two lines, the writer introduces the main character of the story. The king is a hero due to his bravery. He is given a list of titles to emphasize on his greatness. To sum up all the titles in one, the king is called the Tiger King. As soon as he was born, astrologers had foretold that one day the Tiger King would actually have to die. That means the writer here in this lines adds a very interesting fact about the Tiger King's death. Was that when the Tiger King was born. That means when the Tiger King was born, astrologers had predicted at that time that one day the Tiger King would die. That means the astrologers predicted that one day the Tiger King would die. But dear student, this type of prediction is meaningless because as a matter of fact, everyone has to die one day. So there is nothing special in the prediction of the astrologers. The 10-day-old prince addressed the astrologers, O wise prophets. He asked them to tell him the manner of his death. The chief astrologer said that death would come from the tiger. Now here, the writer gives an elaborate description of what the astrologers predicted at the time of the birth of the Tiger King. They said that the child would grow up to become a brave warrior, a hero, and a champion. But after that, they stopped. That means after declaring his bravery, the astrologers stopped a bit their lips in order to show their reluctance to speak. That means willingly they don't want to speak because it's a secret which should not be revealed in front of the public. But when the astrologers were forced to continue, then the astrologers revealed a secret. They revealed that the child, that is Tiger King, who is the hero of the story, was born under such a star. That means when he was born, that means when this prince was born, the star which was up there in the sky was such that any person who was born at that time had to meet his death one day. Now, dear student, again this prediction is meaningless because as a fact, everyone has to meet his death one day. Now, as the astrologers revealed their secret prediction, a miracle took place. When the astrologers revealed the secret prediction, a miracle took place. The 10-day-old prince spoke up. All the listeners and the courtiers were surprised to see a 10-day-old baby speak. The Tiger King called out to the wise astrologers as, O wise prophets, and said in its squeaky voice that all those who are born have to die one day. And he did not need their predictions to know this fact. He added that if they told him the manner of his death, that means the prince want to know the manner of his death by the astrologers. That would make some sense to him. The chief astrologers was amazed to see a 10-day-old baby speak and ask intelligent questions. Then chief astrologers added that as the Tiger King was born in the hour of bull, which was an enemy of the tiger, hence the Tiger King would die due to a tiger. Now, dear students, see the last line. The prince growled, "Let tigers beware." You may feel that the Tiger King trembled upon hearing the name of tiger, as the small children get frightened after hearing the name of the tiger or hearing the tiger name. But actually, that did not happen. On the other hand, as soon as the 10-day-old boy heard the name of tiger, he made a deep growling sound and spoke in terrifying words. He said that all the tigers should beware. When the crown prince came at age of 20, his state came into his hands. Now see the first two lines. When the crown prince Jung Bahadur turned 20 years of age, that means when he became adult, the royal state, which had been in the custody of the courts of wards, was given to him. That means he became the Maharaja of Pratibandpuram at the age of 20 years. All the people who lived in the kingdom were aware of the astrologer's prediction. Many of the people started discussing about that prediction. And one day, King Jung Bahadur came to know of it. That means that rumor, that discussion by the public reached to the ears of the Tiger King. There were many forests in the Pratibandpuram state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. The Maharaja was thrilled when he killed his first tiger. He sent for the state astrologer. The Pratibandpuram state had many forests which had a number of tigers in them. Since the astrologers had predicted death from tiger, the Maharaja decided to kill tigers to defend or to protect his life. Hence, he started out on a tiger hunt camp. The king was very much excited when he killed the first tiger. He called for the state astrologer and showed him the dead tiger. The king asked the astrologer for his comment. That means the king was very much excited. He called the astrologer that he had proved his prediction wrong as he had killed the tiger. The old man said, "Your Majesty may kill 99 tigers in exactly the same manner, but you must be very careful with the 100th tiger." The astrologer replied that the king could kill 99 tigers in exactly the same way as he had killed the first one, but the king had to be very careful with the 100th tiger. The astrologer promised to tear up all his books on astrology and set fire to them if he killed the 100th tiger. Now, the king asked him that what would happen if he killed the 100th tiger also. The astrologer replied that he would tear all his books of astrology and set them on fire. He continued that he shall cut off his hair and would change his profession. Now, the state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. See the first two lines, students. The kingdom banned tiger hunting, as it was the prediction of the astrologers that the Tiger King will meet his death by the tiger. So the kingdom banned tiger hunting by anyone because the Tiger King wanted to prove the prediction of the state astrologer wrong, that he would be killed by the 100th tiger. So he wanted to reach the tally of 100. So no one was allowed to kill a tiger. The law was so strict that an official announcement was made that if anyone was caught killing a tiger or even throwing a stone on a tiger, his wealth and property would be confiscated. That means would be taken away by the kingdom. The Maharaja vowed he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. Initially, the king seemed well set to realize his ambition. The king took an oath that he would attend to all other matters of the kingdom only after he had killed 100 tigers. In the beginning, it seems that very fast he would achieve his target. He faced many dangers too. Sometimes the bullet missed its mark, the tiger jumped upon him, he fought the beast with his bare hands. Each time it was the Maharaja who won the battle. It was not like that he doesn't face the dangers. During his mission, the Tiger King, faced many dangers. It was not that he feared the tiger. When he went on his hunting expedition, he faced danger many times. At times, his bullet missed its target and the tiger leapt upon him. That means jumped upon him. The Tiger King would fight with the tigers barehanded, but each time he won and the tiger was killed by the Tiger King. That means the Tiger King won and killed the tiger. Once he was in danger of losing his throne, a high ranking British officer visited Pratibandpuram. He was fond of hunting tigers and fonder of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. He wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandpuram. As during his hunt mission, that means during his mission of hunting tigers, he faced many dangers. One more danger came in his life, that was the losing of his throne. The writer tells us another instance when king was about to lose his throne. A high ranking British officer visited Pratibandpuram. He was fond of hunting tigers and he wanted to get himself photographed with the dead tigers, as you can see in the picture. He wanted to hunt tigers in Pratibandpuram also. But the Maharaja was firm in his resolve, he refused permission. But as the king had banned killing tigers by any other person, he did not give permission to this British official also. Instead, he offered him, that means he offered that British officer that he will arrange some other hunt for him, like mouse or even a mosquito hunt. But the Tiger King refused to arrange a tiger hunt for the British. Since he had prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. As the king had refused a British officer from fulfilling his wish, he was in danger of losing his kingdom. The Maharaja and Diwan held deliberation over this issue. As the king had refused the high ranking British officer for a tiger hunt, he stood in danger of losing his throne. So he called Diwan, he sent for the Diwan and held deliberations. They had the discussion on this topic, how to save the throne, what to do, whether we should give the permission or not. Already we have refused. Already I have proclaimed that no one can kill tiger except me. So what can be done now? How to save the throne? Now to save his throne, the king had discussion with his minister over this issue. As a result, about 50 expensive diamond rings of different designs were sent to the British officer's good lady. As a result of discussion, that means the king and the minister came to the conclusion, and they decided they will send a telegram. That means after coming to the conclusion, they decided that they will send a telegram to a famous British company of jewelers based in Calcutta. And immediately they acted upon it. That means they sent a telegram to a famous British company of jewelers based in Calcutta. The Tiger King asked them, that means the Tiger King asked the jeweler company to send to send samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs. The jeweler sent 50 diamond rings and the king sent all of them to the British officer's wife. Now question arises, why the king sent all the 50 diamond rings to the British officer's wife? Actually, he wanted to please her. That means the Tiger King wanted to please the Durai Sani, the wife of British officer, in order to make good the damage that he had done by refusing the official from going on a tiger hunt in his kingdom. The king and the minister expected her to choose one or two rings and send the rest back, but she kept all of them and sent a letter of thanks. The king expected, that means the king and the Diwan expected that the British officer's wife would choose one or two diamond rings and return the rest. But she just sent a reply saying thanks for the gifts and she kept all the rings as she was a greedy woman. That means this proves that she was a greedy woman. After 2 days, the king received a bill of 3 lakh rupees. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. The Maharaja was happy that he had saved his kingdom for a sum of 3 lakh rupees. That means he was very happy as he had saved his throne. The Maharaja's tiger hunt continued to be highly successful. Within 10 years, he had killed 70 tigers. Now, the king was very successful in his tiger hunting mission. In a span of 10 years, he had killed 70 tigers, but still 30 tigers are remaining to be killed by the Tiger King. But then there were no tigers left in the Pratipanpuram. All of a sudden, an unplanned problem stopped his mission. The problem was that there were no tigers left in Pratibanpuram as the Tiger King had killed all the tigers of Pratibanpuram forest. There were no tigers left in the forest. So, what to do? Where to find the remaining 30 tigers? One day, the Maharaja sent for Diwan and told him that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by his gun. Now, the writer creates here a humor by saying that maybe the tigers practiced birth control activities and did not produce offspring, or maybe they committed suicide. For this reason, there were no tigers left in Pradipantpuram forest. So, where to get the remaining 30 tigers? Maharaja sent for the Diwan. He called his ministers. He called Diwan. One day the king called his minister, that means Diwan, and waved his gun, brandishing his gun towards him, and said that he was yet to kill 30 more tigers. The minister was scared when he saw the gun point towards him. He cried to the king that he was not a tiger, as he feared that the king might aim his gun at him. He told Diwan that he had decided to get married. The king said to him that he knew that he was neither a tiger nor a gun. But on the other hand, I have called you because I have decided to get marry a girl from another kingdom, which had a large number of tigers. The Diwan found the right girl from a state with a large number of tigers. Each time Maharaja visited his father in law, he killed 5 or 6 tigers. Next, the minister was supposed to find out if there was a girl worth marrying in the royal family, and Diwan was able to find the right girl in the neighborhood kingdom. That means the Diwan found the right girl and the Tiger King got married. The minister followed the orders and he found the right girl from a state which had a large number of tigers. So every time King Jung Jung Bahadur visited his father in law, he would kill 5 or 6 tigers in the kingdom. In this way, 99 tigers' skin adorned the walls of reception hall in the Pratibandpuram palace. In this manner, the king killed 99 tigers and the skins of the tigers decorated the walls of the lobby hall of Pratibandpuram palace. Now coming to the theme of the lesson, animals and birds are as much part of the nature as human beings. The destruction or haphazard killing of one species may not lead to its extinction, but it will adversely affect the ecological balance. So we should save the animals and birds. Those animals which serve as food for the wild animals will increase in large number if the beasts of prey are wiped out. Each species, howsoever fierce, deadly, ferocious, or poisonous, has its role in maintaining ecological balance in nature. Now, dear students, I have given you 9 questions. You have to write the answer of this question. I hope you have heard the video nicely and you have grasped the knowledge, you have grasped the story. So, you have to write the answer of this question in your homework copy. Next, thanks for watching and listening this video. Video 2, that means in video 2 or part 2, I will tell you, I will explain you, or I will continue the story of the Tiger King and the manner of his death, how he met his death, how did the tiger took its final revenge upon the king. That all I will explain you in my next video. So keep watching the YouTube for my video that is to be uploaded. Thanks for watching and listening.